What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Monster Motors that just talk real talk. The place for real thoughts and real talk, you dig? So we got Trife Gangster speaking on the East Coast Bloods and how the East Coast Bloods work, as far as gang and gang structure, the culture and all that, right? One thing I want to say before we get into this, right? A lot of times you have gang members, big homies, little homies speaking about, certain gang information on the internet. But you got to think real thoughts and real talk. A lot of this information is already out there, but a lot of people is confused about, information, and all niggas do is just clear up what's out there. Like, for example, y'all niggas took the West Coast and y'all niggas copied, blah, blah, blah. But if you really know the ins and outs, the inside of the East Side Blood shit is totally different from the West Side shit. It's basically just the name and the color and all that, but it's a whole different structure, a whole different way of life, whole different enemies, whole different start. You feel me? So let's get into this. We got Trife Gangster from the G Shines GKB speaking on, how NYC Bloods or East Coast Bloods in general, because some of these sets that's in NYC is also down south, just all along the whole East Coast. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into this, man. It's your boy Monster Modes that just talk real talk. Place for real thoughts and real talk. You dig?
Also known as Trife Gangster. I'm one of the first generation leaders of the Gangster Killer Bloods. This is how crime works. New York is just broken up into pockets and it's diverse. If you're wearing certain colors in certain neighborhoods, it will bring attention to you, especially if you're a young black and brown male. Some of them don't care. They're going to run down. They're going to shoot your block up. They're going to shoot up a party, a barbecue. I've been able to stop people from shooting people because of my life experience, my incarceration experience.
And also because of status and, just aura. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas is big homies, but niggas look at them like, yo, you some fucking clown. You know what I'm saying? You got Trife Gangster who like kind of carried it, sturdy and all that. You know what I'm saying? You got certain people that talk about him and the programs and the money he's getting from the government and all that. But I'm saying he still carry it in a sturdy way. And he also got videos up where, he got the youngins coming to his little community room and all that. They playing pool, they chilling. They got the studio, they rapping, they all doing all type of stuff. So he do positive stuff. And he is like a homie that you would look up to and say, nah, that's a big homie. You feel me?
The United Blood Nation is a culmination of several different New York founded sets that came together to create the United Blood Nation. And I was recruited by the UBN on Rikers Island. Rikers Island is one of the biggest county jails in the world. It's not a prison, it's a jail that holds detainees. And Rikers have always had a mixture of New York City. New York Bloods started on Rikers Island and it trickled down to the streets versus some places where it started in the streets into the jails. I was 16 when I first got involved. When I was recruited, it was in the beginning stages. I became one of the people who actually were recruiting in the streets from 94 in and out, where I would be on Rikers, get involved with what's happening in Rikers, and then come home.
And that's another thing, right? With what Trife Gangster just said, right? You got some big homies that was always in jail, always in the box and all that, but then you got some big homies that was out on the streets, was able to touch the people and get this type of connection, and they probably got more respect than the dudes that's in the box, because you got some people that be like, he leader of the hood, he started the hood, but I never seen that nigga. I don't know that nigga. If I was to go to jail, he wouldn't know me. I would be just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of vibe. But then you have like a Trife Gangster who been at the powwows and been at 9/11s with certain homies, and certain homies was able to touch him and say, yo, nah, I know this nigga. This is the big homie. That's Trife Gangster. You feel me? East Side. It's like that.
Was known as one of the first Bloods in the streets of New York as well. New York recruitment, I've never known personally from my experience where a recruitment called for you to get in the car and do a drive-by and just shoot up a block.
Let me stop it right there real quick. I want y'all to go check out my recent, I feel like my recent videos, even though that guy does these interviews with different gang members, I feel like my recent videos, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna get into that. But look, my recent videos, right? I want y'all to go check them out. The Bloods, differences between the East Coast and West Coast, neighborhoods and sets. Also hood hopping, the difference between East Coast and West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to go check out these videos, because the things that I'm saying in these videos as a younger homie, I'm in my 30s, 37, about to be 37 in December, is mirroring the things that a person in another generation is saying. So this is just overall blood history and the structure and culture of East Side Blood, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, go check out my videos. They mirror the same things Trife Gangster is saying, and Trife Gangster probably in his 40s or probably damn near 50 now. You feel me?
Recruitment in New York.
Recruitment though, He about to get into recruitment, but like I said, California is different. They might get jumped in, then they got to go spin. They got this. They got that type of terrain. You know what I'm saying? But New York City is different. It's like they had the time even when you niggas had to go buck somebody. You know, they stopped that dumb shit. But it's like a different type of initiation. It's totally different. We bloods, but it's like a different whole different thing. You know what I'm saying?
New York City is definitely different from recruitment in LA and other states. You definitely have to have witnesses there. That's your oath being said in front of leadership, and you have to recite it in front of whoever the witnesses are. When G-Shine came about, GKB came about, it had a reason under the United Blood Nation. And the reason was the cleanup set. And the cleanup set job was to make sure that any set under United Blood Nation was following the rules, regulations, and protocol.
Now look, Tribe Gangster, he's a G-Shine, he GKB, right? He's from a different generation, from the older generation. In the recent years, like maybe like 2 years ago, I just found out being a homie that BSV was the original cleanup set. This is what they saying, you know what I'm saying? But I always knew in my generation that it was GKB. Them niggas used to make, even if you was official, they would press you, homie. They would make you feel unofficial. I'm talking about for the niggas that like ain't ready to shed blood over this blood shit. Cause you had some niggas, nigga, you're not questioning me about nothing, homie. You want to see if I'm blood? You want to see who I be? Not hit him up, see who you be before. You had to show a nigga who you be, huh? And you gotta show a nigga who you be when they try to front on you. They not respecting your gangster. And they want to G-check you. Then you somebody have to shed blood, homie. And that's how. And then some niggas don't want to shed blood. They want. I'm not saying the G-Shine. Saying some niggas don't want to shed blood, but they see your energy is like that. They be like, nah, homie. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, homie. Yeah, you fucking with me, all right.
So G-Shine and Deshaun stands for Soldiers Honored and Networking Toward Elevation. It trickled down into other states, Georgia, Florida. It went worldwide.
And I strive to overcome negative energy, you heard?
The main projects in Brooklyn, New York that G-Shine operated out of is Albany Projects. We used to have
He's from Brooklyn, so the main projects in Brooklyn, GKB Projects, is Albany Projects. But in the Bronx, I would say it was Patterson. In my time, Patterson is right across the bridge from Harlem. Patterson, Mitchell was Crip. Mount Haven was Crip, and then you had right next to it Patterson. And the funny thing is, the Patterson and Mount Haven, the Patterson GKBs and the Mount Haven Crips, them niggas kind of like grew up together and all that. So niggas that jump you from Harlem, you blood, you try to front on the Crips, the blood niggas stalled on you. Shit was crazy back then. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing we gonna get to as far as like Bloods and Crips and how we got this connection and how we not enemies and riding on each other like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a force thing we had to do because Red's supposed to go against Blue, Blood's supposed to go against Crip, but we didn't come up like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going.
As meetings in St. John's Park, hundreds of Bloods just coming out there daily, weekly, building, meeting, relaxing. New York, the boroughs have different energies. Brooklyn is known for something, Queens, Bronx, Harlem. And then you had a lot of West Indians that were living in East Flatbush and were known for being Crips. It really...
Like I tell niggas all the time, we all got a different energy. All the boroughs got different energy. We might be, niggas could be the same set, right? But niggas is from different boroughs. They're not only the boroughs in New York City you have along the East Coast. So you got a nigga that's non-trade in Delaware. Nigga in New York that are non-trade. You got a nigga in Tennessee. I think I'm saying East Coast, South states. But Tennessee, he non-trade. Then next thing you got Florida non-trade. It's like different areas, different energies, different people, different type of ish going on. Now what he's saying about the Crips, right? Back in the days, Brooklyn, I'm gonna just say Brooklyn. I don't know areas of Brooklyn. I'm not from there, but Brooklyn was cripped out. Like it was like, you feel me? If you're blood, especially if you're from Harlem, do not go to Brooklyn. You feel me? So it's like that type shit. Let's keep it going, man.
Also had to do with the individuals that were the original leaders that actually came out of jail, that went into those boroughs, that really grew those sets in those boroughs. So you got sets like 183rd, which people know is in a certain neighborhood, right? When I speak about Soundview, right, you know Soundview Bloods were a different type of Bloods. So that's how New York is around gangs and sets. I believe the projects in New York definitely leads to gun violence, leads to gang violence, leads to gang recruitment, lack of resources, broken families, fatherless families because of welfare, and over policing. there's a lot of historical issues when you growing up in nicer developments in New York. Young people today don't understand why this neighborhood, this project's got to be with this project. I'm from
Real
Wyckoff.
quick, let me just chime it in. I feel like I'm gonna be here for a minute. I hope the audio was right. But like he said, 183rd, 183rd trade, 183rd in the Bronx, 183rd is like a neighborhood, but at the same time, it's a set. So that set is people not from the Bronx that's down with that set. When he said Soundview, you automatically Soundview when it comes to blood, that sex, money, murder area. You know what I'm saying? But it's still like not. Certain places got neighborhoods that's a set, but it's not like that's the name of that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you go to 15th and Lenox in Harlem, that's 9 Trey, L&W. Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain areas got this gang that's there, but that's not that shit. Some shit could shut down. It could be an indictment and that whole shit could change. You know what I'm saying? You might have this area, BSV, Bloodstone Villains is here. But this is not just a Bloodstone Villain hood because Bloodstone Villain is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But you might have certain areas, certain spots, certain projects, certain blocks where it's just that gang, and it may seem like, yo, that's that hood. That's like, you get what I'm saying? Where if a nigga switch, it's like, yo, you really switched on your fucking neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga switched on them set. But let me shut up. I'm talking too much. I'm talking so much, nigga, I'm starting to sweat.
Gowanus is down the block, and there was a time where they had beef, and there was a block that separated them. I was the catalyst to be able to stop Wyckoff and Gowanus from beefing. That's one of the main things about nicer developments is that the generational beef then trickled into the gangs. And then you're talking about the drugs, right? So now if I'm on this block and I'm selling drugs and your project is right there, I might feel like you're taking money from me, and that might create a problem as well.
Money.
If you are affiliated and somebody in your gang is selling drugs and you happen to be outside with them and they happen to be watching and they take a picture of y'all outside, that's how they get a lot of gang members in RICO cases, just off of conspiracy. You had a conversation with this person about drugs. You're affiliated.
Yo, real quick.
You're guilty of conspiracy.
And this is why it's so easy to do that in New York City, right? Because like this is why it don't be really happening in California, because a nigga is, if you're from Inglewood, that block or whatever, right? I don't know if it's a black neighborhood. You're from Inglewood. So if you happen to be growing up in this hood and you taking pictures with niggas in that hood, you're from there. But when it comes to Bloods, it's a powwow. You're from Harlem, grew up in Harlem. It's a powwow in Brooklyn. You got other niggas coming from Staten Island. You got other niggas coming from Queens to this powwow. They take pictures. You're not, that's not a neighborhood. You're actually in a fucking gang. You're going to a gang meeting. So it's different from niggas just being up in the hood and yeah, cuz and yeah, blood and blah, blah, blah. From these niggas doing a gang structure. These niggas is setting up hits. Who doing you know what I'm saying? Crime, criminality shit. Let's be real. So that's why it's so easy to wrap niggas up in indictments, because if you're wearing that color or you throwing it up, you're with a gang. You're not just with your neighborhood and you know what I'm saying, this is life for you. You join something, some type of criminal organization, and yeah, your ass is going down. That's how it is. It's so easy.
There are a lot of people who are affiliated that have never committed a crime, affiliated and respected, but they're straight businessmen and or women. So yeah, they're definitely invested in a legal business. Before I touched a drug, I was just a stick-up kid. No father, grew up in the projects, mom's getting food stamps after coming from foster care. I became a product of my environment. And it was easier just to take the gun and go rob somebody. Before the gun, it was strong arm robbery. I'm a 78 baby, so I grew up in the 80s, 90s. And that's when you really had an overrun of crack cocaine in our neighborhoods. And I feel like that attributes to a lot of mental health issues as well, right? Nobody really talks about the fatherless crack baby and what they've experienced in life and where they at and what decisions they're making in life. I came out of prison and it wasn't no job opportunities. I worked and I sold drugs. I mean, I preferably chose to make sure that I didn't do any federal crimes, especially being a known gang member at that time. So I made sure that if anybody was part of my direct set, that we never got any illegal money together. From dark to sun up, and there was 2-3 days straight, I ain't get no sleep because I wanted every dime that came through. I don't care if I sold $200 to $2,000 and I'm calling my weight man, my re-up man, and I'm flipping that immediately. That was my mind. Flip it. Once you flip it, you doubling your money. Remember I was selling crack one time. And a friend of mine that I grew up with.
I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? Right here is Trife. I don't really do this for the Trife to get into the interview about his life. I wanted to touch on the points as far as like the East Side blood shit and all that. But let's keep it going. I don't really want to be here for this whole video. You feel me? But shout out to Trife, shout out to, you already know, East Side.
Came to me. She was pregnant and she said, "Can I get 2 dimes?" And I was like, "You pregnant?" She was like, "So?" I was like, "Yeah, I can't do that." She's like, "Well, somebody's gonna sell it to me." It ain't gonna be me, right? And that's when I really kind of understood myself. It made me feel like a bad person. It just wasn't. It just didn't sit right with me, right? There's some people who don't care. They don't care what you look like. They just want that dollar. I've never been that person that's just willing to take a dollar, no matter the morals and the principles that came behind it.
Oh yeah, the codes.
You got a gentleman by.
Now listen, I want y'all to go check out my video. Like I said, I spoke about this neighborhoods and sets and codes and why we need codes and why codes is there. Not only to throw police off, but also we all from different places, so to make connection. To tell, all right, if I'm this set and you saying you that set, yo, blase blah, what's this, what's that, so I can know that you official before I even piece you or let your hand go. Like nigga, what's lock it down, nigga. You feel me? Let's keep it going though.
By the name of OG Mac, who allegedly went to the West Coast, learned about the Bloods in the West Coast, and came back and introduced it 31 years ago, July 16, 1993. That's why you got 9 Trey, because it was created in 93. It wasn't, we're going to kill Crips, like what y'all were doing in the West Coast. It was, we're going to protect blacks from being oppressed. We're going to stop oppression on Rikers. Originally, when you first became Blood, there was the way of identification. Like all the Bloods used to get dog paws burnt onto your arms. You could.
Now let me tell y'all some shit. Well, he said that right. In the time I became Blood, they wasn't doing that because it was like more about like that was too much identification. But still, before even becoming Blood, right? I was a young nigga. I put 3 burns right here on my elbow. I knew not to put it on my arm. It's not there no more, but I knew not to put it up here. You feel me? I wasn't Blood. And I also put them shits right here on my stomach. You feel me? Those are still there, but that shit done faded away. But I'm trying to tell you that, yeah, Blood was culture. So imagine I'm a little ass nigga, probably like 11 something. I took aluminum foil, rolled it up like a blunt, heated it up, and burnt my shit. I used to, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you is this was culture. Niggas was already, I want to be Blood. They big brothers. This was really culture. You know what I'm saying? It might have not came from New York City, but once something comes here, it's sprayed. It becomes culture. And the next nigga growing up is going to see Blood, Crip, oh, gangs, da 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 da. It probably wasn't there before, but it's there now. And it been there for years. So this is why I like stuff like this, because it gives clarity to, you know, people just constantly every time, every few years. Oh, y'all niggas from the East Coast did this. Or y'all niggas from there did this. And blah, 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 blah. And all this misinformation about the East Side, the East Coast. You feel me? So this is what this does. This clears shit up, man.
To identify a Blood by just seeing that they had their burns, their dog paws in their arm. And so that's an example of something that hasn't happened in many, many years. There's a saying that people hear today, they say it all the time. They make music about it. It's like, you're a dub, right? That's a dub. That's East Coast Blood lingo. Gangsta Killer Blood lingo. That started from a code that said 00 banger, right? And that code meant no good. So that's an example of some of the lingo that has become part of urban music, urban society right now. We had a thing called Gangsta Mac and G Mac. That's actually one of the first codes that Bloods used in state prison. And it was a term of relax, chill, be easy. Today, people say you hear the music a lot. They be like, yo, I'm Mackin', I'm G Mackin'. People don't know where it derived from, but it derived from the Gangsta Killer Bloods original codes, because in state prison, codes were created to communicate, because at that time, Bloods were the minority in New York State prisons. So with so much opposition, the only way to communicate was through codes on a gate, especially in maximum facility prisons. Everything definitely has a concept. 031 is 31 rules under the United Blood Nation. And that was agreed in 031 Blood. That was one of the first original greetings that came by the way of East Coast Bloods. Gang culture definitely became more popular through music, like Boys in the Hood.
Now, this is what I want to get to, because we're going to let him talk real quick. We're going to let Tribe talk.
Right? That was actually gang culture. You know, and you pay attention, you see Ricky getting shot, and you see the homies in the red car, and that was gang culture. Snoop promoted the heck out of gang culture. He was at the Super Bowl, crip walking. He's accepted, right? Gang culture. I give it to Jim Jones for the New York level of notoriety on the music level. Nobody did it like him in Dipset. Everybody knew Dipset was Blood. And
my bad, y'all. I'm at work. Somebody was knocking on the door to drop off some medications, right? But what I want to say real quick, first off, this is why I tell y'all niggas about the miscommunication that's out there, the misinformation, right? You will have people all over saying, yo, Jim Jones is the leader of the New York City. He was never even a big homie. You feel me? Jim Jones is a rapper. All right, but look, people like a lot of times forget that when it comes to New York City, DMX, I would say Noriega, but DMX was the first rapper to really push East Side blood, the East Coast blood, New York City blood. I think he was even homie. I seen a video, he was up north, he like 5 popping, 6 dropping, blah, blah, blah. He's spitting the whole shit, you feel me? So I don't know if he was actually, he even had like shit where the Bloods was mixed with the Rough Riders. There was a time where Bloods was like cool with the Rough Riders and we was like an alliance. So you had the Bloodline, he had like all type of shit. DMX was pushing that type of pushing the blood stuff. Like he was, where my dogs at? Dogs this, dogs that. Everything was dogs. So it all lined up with East Side blood and all that. You feel me? Every DMX had all the bloods, all the homies with pit bulls and Rottweilers. You feel me? So I feel like DMX pushed the first generation. You feel me? The second generation was Jim Jones. You feel me? In the Dipset. And not just Jim Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the homies. It's like mad homies within the Dipset. That's not even rappers. This is a Harlem, Bronx, and some Brooklyn shit in there. It's just New York and Dipset. That's what I would say. I wouldn't even say just pinpoint it to Harlem. It's just a mixture of New York niggas, but mostly Harlem and Bronx, you know what I'm saying? And it's the 9 Trades, the Billies. But let's keep it going.
That was one of the major labels out of New York City, pushed great music that everybody was rocking to, and it's stuff like that that made a lot of people want to become 9 Trey. When you understand the cooks, the crews, and everything else that's happening, you understand the music, you understand what's causing, you understand drill music. That's one of the main.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this joint is mad long. Pause. I got to do a part 2 to this, but like I said, I see some comments and they saying, yo, this OG shouldn't be saying this or he shouldn't be saying that. A lot of this information is already out there. Go look up fucking blood information, New York City blood information. You're gonna see mad crazy shit up there, son. I remember I was Billy, and I remember watching YouTube and watching that court channel where the lady be talking in AI voice and she spitting the 9 Trey Billy oath. And I'm like, this shit is crazy. So a lot of shit is out there, but things like this give you information on the misinformation you might have about something that people take fucking serious. Y'all niggas be, oh, y'all niggas is copying. Nobody playing with y'all niggas out there, man. Y'all gonna get y'all shit cracked. Come over here talking. All right, let me stop. Listen, man, I want y'all to comment down below. Shout out to Tribe Gangsta, man. Rest in peace to Banger. He was about to get to all that, man. But I don't got the time right now, and I gotta make sure this audio is right. Because if I go through this whole joint and this audio ain't right, man, listen. And I'm about to get to this workout. Y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy Monster Mo. It's that Just Talk, Real Talk, the place for real thoughts and real talk. You dig? Don't get caught slipping. And stay off that social media, man.
Bro told me get on his beat, I thought 9 first and I said fuck it. I be letting that chopper burst when I drop a verse, niggas can't touch it. Niggas claiming that they the man, they don't do this shit like this man does it. 48 don't fuck with my mans, niggas shooting cannons in the damn public. All the shit about Chirac like in Harlem World, niggas don't die. Young niggas either YG or they YB or they OY. Wolves come through and shoot it up, you get suited up with a bow tie. Niggas don't want no problems, be they just honor me like the most high. I'm God, niggas show respect. I'm blood, nigga, no G-check. Look, I'm just trying to get right in life. Niggas living like it's 1 week left. I'm working hard at my fucking job and I'm getting right off with these checks. Just hit her back, I hit from the back, but ain't get your wife on her knees yet. She don't suck off on the first date. Bust all in your girl face. On the second time when she came through, we did much more and it's on tape. Everybody all hard body to the hammer popping, they bones break. 100 rocks posted on the block making shit shake, that's a stone quake. And why I'm repping my own state. Don't know what I've been, no north dot. Summertime in my hood, niggas get shot, that's how you know it's hot. Pussy say he gon' pop off, look dead at him like no you're not. After fist fights you can get killed, niggas throw their hands then throw the shots. On the Ave in my camos, wanna clash I got ammo. Used to get white from my niggas, I made that cash off them gram O's. Long time I lasted, I'm here, bro. These niggas rapping like weirdos. Me, I'm Monster Mo. I be that rapper you fear, bro. You bout to make me go bone on ya. I get it dumping the chrome on ya. Woke up on you, pop you dead in your head. You gon' get some of your dome on ya. Rap shit, I'm just laying in bed. I am in comfortable mode on ya. Stomach start bubbling, I go to the bathroom and drop me a couple of turds on ya. Shit man, I'm the shit man. Pretty nigga, no prince man. When I get it, I'ma have all the bitches in your city all on my dick, man. Yo, you know I never wore those, but feel like I'm putting on those 40B lows. It's a war, yo. Shit you wear when it come and it's cold. Got the juice and it's really coming from the soul. Rockin' red, yelling bees up was one of those. Monster Mo will make you bleed from your fucking nose. My crib beef, fuck with me, show me something it's cold. Man, fuck that game talk, go get some of them hoes. I gotta motivate, I cannot stay up in the same place. I can't just follow everything some game say. I feel like in my time back in the day wasn't no play. It always was a robbery on payday. I carry guns or a knife, the bitches had mace spray, and why I don't do no drive-bys with an AK. Whoever poppin' shit don't hate on me, I just say they gay. Never say that shit up in my face, okay?